I'm Emma O'Brien, transformational life and business coach, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about working for exposure. So unless you are a stripper, exposure won't pay your bills, and I never cease to be amazed by the number of small businesses who are targeted by often other small businesses, influencers, telling them that if you give me your stuff or you do some work for me for free, I'll give you exposure to my audience. It'll be good exposure for you. And this is a trap I have fallen into earlier in my career with my photography. It is a trap. I know I've got a very good friend who runs a product-based business. It is a trap she has fallen into. And I just want to talk about this because I think it's something really important to highlight. Especially when you're new as a business owner and you're all excited and people are like, cool, we love your product. We'd love to show it on our page if you give us something for free. And often people end up doing that and then feeling really shortchanged because we're often, especially as new business owners, we don't put deliverables down and we don't have an agreement in place with what we're getting in exchange for the value of what we're giving. Because even if you're giving time, whether you're giving time, whether you're giving product, that is effectively you're giving money to somebody effectively, or you're losing revenue by giving something away. There's a cost to you for doing that. And it's really important that we value what we offer as business owners and make sure that it is reciprocated when somebody wants you to work for exposure. So a couple of things here. Sometimes it is a good idea, right? And there are a few different ways that this might be pitched to you. And one of them is the good old like, share, tag giveaway on social media. And this can be good for getting your audience up, good for getting your following up, good for getting your product, your service out to a wider audience. So in theory, you'd be teaming up with other businesses who share the same client base as you, but don't compete with you in any shape or form. So you'll be expanding your reach out to that. And that is super. The only thing I have found with this, and I think one has to be mindful, is what you're going to get from it. Because there are a lot of freebie hunters out there and they will follow and enjoy and blah, blah, blah until somebody wins and then they'll all disappear again. So actually, it's not necessarily a good use of your time. So be wary of those giveaways and make sure that if they're happening, they really are worth your while. There is a set of parameters down and in line for everybody, so that everybody knows what they're getting, everybody knows what they're doing, and everybody contributes equally to it. So you do get the value from that. What's even better with a giveaway is to have some sort of email opt-in with that, because what's more valuable to you than a follower or a like on a social media post is an email address on your mailing list. So this is a big thing, to be getting those followers off social media and into your mailing list. So if you can do some sort of opt-in giveaway where people give you their email address, that is really what you're going to be looking for maximizing a giveaway. Big tip there, tip number one there. I have put together with this in mind. So this exposure conversation was started because I had somebody recently ask for my photography service, ask if I'd photograph her dog for free. And I don't do pro bono work. I've been a photographer for nearly 20 years. I'm a little bit past doing stuff for free for people, for exposure. And the only stuff I do pro bono is charity work for a couple of dog shelters that I work very closely with, and I go and donate my time to them because I want to go and do that. And when I said to this woman, she commented on one of my Facebook posts and said, oh, can you come photograph my dog and I'll donate some of my time to my local SPCA. So I said, I don't work for free, I'm afraid. Pop me an email if you'd like pricing for a shoot. I only do pro bono stuff for charities. So she came back and she said, what if I have a charity? Needless to say, this was a while ago. I'm still waiting for information about this fictitious charity. So just be careful. People will try and take advantage, and it is something that makes me quite cross. So I got getting on my soapbox with this one for you. And in fact, leading on from this, I have prepped a free marketing masterclass, which I'll pop the link in the video description, in the video notes, so you can access this. So I'm sharing a few things here. I go into far more detail in the free marketing masterclass to give you some more tips on organic marketing. But let's get back to this exposure issue. So the other thing you might encounter is people who are influencers who contact you and say, if I can have some of your stuff for free, I'll share it on my page to my followers. And that is great. So you can have a look with that. Be mindful here. Have a look at their following and have a look at their engagement rate. Because unfortunately, a lot of people who, especially these micro influencers, have purchased their followers. And you will see what's going on with the lack of engagement on their actual page content as compared to their follower count. Be mindful of that. Have a look through and have a look if it looks like they haven't purchased all of these followers, because that is a waste of your time if you give product to an influencer with 25,000 followers and actually only 200 of them are real. You've just been robbed effectively. It's stealing. So don't allow yourself to be scammed like that. And if you are doing marketing with influencers, make sure there is an agreement in place as to the value of what they're getting and what they are going to give you in exchange. So I have been stung with this, and my friend with the product-based business has been stung with this as well. And she went through a PR company who gave some of her stuff to some influencers who were going to promote it on their page. All she got was some promotion in stories. Nothing on the feed, nothing that was permanent. It was a promotion in stories. And the very next week, these same influencers were promoting a similar product. It's totally pointless. So my take on this is that you are far better relationship building with people who are genuine collaborators and who genuinely will enjoy your product and would share it even if there was no incentive for them to do so, because they would use it anyway. Those are the kind of people who have more influence than these influencers who really are just either taking product and sharing it because they like free stuff, or they're being paid to do it. So it is utterly pointless if they've shared a product that's similar to yours the week before and they're going to share another one the week after. So if we take my dog photography, for instance, if I was to team up with an influencer and do pictures of them and their dog, and then the next week they have another photographer doing pictures of them and their dog, it's of no value to me whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever at all. I'm better off having a long-term relationship with one person whose pictures I exclusively do for them in exchange for the coverage on that. And I'm their official photographer and they're effectively almost an ambassador for me. That is a far more effective relationship to have than to be tapping people for a quick bit of publicity, which is literally overnight publicity. And these, often there will be huge fees involved if you want a post on someone's feed. So just be mindful of that so you don't get disappointed. Because I know I have been, and it's very, very annoying when you've put the time and effort in to do something and you actually get absolutely nothing back from it. Another one is coming back to the emails, is to get on somebody's mailing list and to have your information, your product or service emailed out to their database. That is of far more value, in my opinion, than having your product posted in someone's story, unless of course it's Kylie Jenner, in which case of course it's a value. But most of us unfortunately don't have access to the likes of Kylie Jenner. So we are going to be dealing with micro influencers, and the influence will be, you need to know they have an active, engaged account with ideal clients sitting in their audience. If not, don't waste your time. If you can get on someone's mailing list, that's fantastic. However, again, before you agree to give something or effectively stump up cash, ask for some information about that mailing list. How many people are on the mailing list? What's the open rate? What's the click-through rate? Because just because someone's got a database of 50,000 people, it doesn't mean that all 50,000 will open. If 20 people open the mailers on a regular basis, you are wasting your time. So make sure you do a bit of investigation and ask the right questions of people before you get involved in something that involves exposure. Be strategic with it if you're going to do it. And this is more of a cautionary tale than anything else, really, in that maybe it's because I've not done it enough. I don't know anybody who has done a campaign with a local micro-influencer and seen results from it. I'm going to stick my neck out there and say that, because I don't. And there are far more effective ways to do organic marketing that don't involve giving your stuff away for free. And I have shared those effective ways in my 4 marketing strategies masterclass. You can access it immediately with the link in the video notes. This is what I do on a regular basis to promote my photography business and my coaching business organically, and to generate sustainable and regular client bookings and income from that. So I have literally distilled my organic marketing strategies into that masterclass. So make sure you watch that. It's great value stuff. And I share the things you can do that don't involve working for exposure. As you can tell, not a fan. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. Please enjoy the masterclass. Let me know how you get on. And if you need any help with marketing stuff, small business strategy, I am here to help you. It's one of my zones of genius. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.